Good evening. For much of this year, Peel Police has been reviewing how their officers handle sex assault cases. The numbers are now in, and they revealed over 250 of these cases have been incorrectly classified as unfounded. The police force began the review back in February. A team of senior investigators looked at a total of 4,100 sexual assault cases. They found 1,016, or 24% of them, were originally classified as unfounded, and of that number, 273 were incorrectly classified that way. The term unfounded, as defined by Stats Canada, means the offense that was reported didn't occur, it wasn't attempted, and there were no criminal code violations that have been broken. Every offense has to be classified, and Stats Canada has 15 different categories.
We found that the vast majority of those cases should have been coded at the conclusion as unsolved. Not that the member of the public reported it was misleading the police at all. That was not the case. It was simply that there was errors in our own procedures in terms of how we coded it.
When cases are classified as unfounded, does that mean the investigation stops? Does that mean that DNA was collected at all?
It doesn't mean the investigation stops. It means the investigation is to a point where the officer wants to classify the occurrence.
The people involved in those cases, will they be notified?
No, they won't be notified directly unless there's some other reason to talk about how their case was coded, because, like I said, we don't normally notify anyone of how their case was coded. The community partners have indicated that the biggest concern that they have is the first point of contact with the police service.
Peel Police Chief Jennifer Evans ordered the internal review after media reported there was a large number of sexual assault cases in Canada that were being classified as unfounded. A sexual violence expert says while she applauds the effort, the review should have been done differently.
I think I'm concerned about the fact that it was an internal audit and not something that they were looking at with a community process. So again, it's kind of this mixed message, right? So it is saying, yes, we are going to be looking at it, but can it not look at it with the community from the start? So looking at having a partnership with the community to actually do those audits is really important. Looking at actually how they can do best practices and be nimble about it. So not just saying, okay, we'll do it every 7 years, but every year, even twice a year, we're going to look at it and think about our best practices, how we're going to meet the needs of the changing needs of the community, and also how we ourselves can be held accountable.
That report also includes a list of recommendations for the force, including providing better training for officers to better classify these cases, as well as Peel Police says it's also working with community organizations to strengthen ties and also encourage complainants to come forward.